Good afternoon and welcome to another edition of the MPP Hour, that is the Ministry of Political and Public Affairs Hour on radio and television. And every Wednesday we're here, God willing, from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock. And I'm quoting the President, the Prophet of Islam, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and he said the month of Ramadan is a month of blessing, whose beginning is mercy, whose middle is forgiveness, and whose ending is celebration. And with that, I bid Ramadan Mubarak, Ramadan Kareem to our Muslim brothers and sisters who are observing the month of Ramadan. So that's why we begin the program today. At the time of thank you. Want to join me today? We get a very important and very salient point where they touch the hearts of Salon people that are all about the country and at the issue of electricity. But before we reach there, we also look at the Operation Clean Freetown where they ongoing. And I get a member of the people and way they push this program to go before, where no other person than Mr. P.J. Cole in the coordinator of this program. We begin with them, and I want for turn to be panelists them and welcome them. We get a delegation headed by the Minister himself of Energy, His Excellency Ambassador Henry O. Macaulay, and his team. You're welcome to the program, sirs.
Thank you very much.
And then, of course, we have, as I said, Mr. P.J. Cole from Operation Clean Freetown.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And of course, today we get we commentary, all the thing and somebody with the touch hand, touch motor because of a vast experience, a vast knowledge, a vast everything. Then I'm Honorable Chidi Bami Chidi. You're welcome, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Thank you very much. And we'll begin the program right away. Because me when they bring the program, my name T.J. Cole, but my friends they call me the Megadon. And I make at the begin with T.J. Cole. Instead, the name is look for like rhyme with me on. PJ, bring us up to speed with Operation Clean Freetown. Who's on a day and how far the program don't go?
Thank you very much, T.J. Cole. Basically, Operation Clean Freetown don't start. We start on the 22nd. Today na day 8. And we did currently, as I talk, so we did Ward 348 na Eastern by Calbar Town. The program, the intensive clean, they actually last for 62 days because they do 1 ward per day. The tongue, as we said, they see the dirty then they accumulate over a long time. I think yesterday we begin from about 6:45. We're not done till 9:50. We'll be in the Ward 352.
Who's that now? Ward 352.
Ward 352 now, Wellington by Mellon Street.
Right.
And so tomorrow we did Ward 329, where now around Hastings side, and also we did Ward 351 as well. So we're now Botomoku. So we continue for clean, and the turnout quite encouraging. People in the community, they engage and they come can join the cleaning.
Okay, well but I want you do like self-assessment. How will you see this program they go? Now they succeed. What's in some of the challenges and the difficulties they want to experience? Because we don't always see people that they put bench by the tricycle and they collect penny. They don't lose focus already.
Well, we get one incident where we will be seeing, and we actually share them. Say we see somebody where puts people inside the tricycle if they ride them, but actually we're not being able to get any reports say that transport or anything if they run. And not being there at the ward we've been there, and we take very serious action. Basically, the group don't be disqualified, the assets they don't be taken, and we defend another group for that community. In terms of the different challenges, we really aware say this is not a one-day business. Mm-hmm. As I said, the intensive clean it takes 62 days. We do a ward by ward. We work every day, including Sundays, and now small gradual process. because people are not used to responsibly disposing their waste.
Well, that is just the point, PJ, because already there is concern, say, where the dirty then they get around, you know, their side where they say when I don't clean, say that they pack the dirty and they take a little time for couple and they go to where and they decide wait for day. So you find out say where again come, you know, say it on very mountainous. Yeah. So the power of the force of the water, they push this dirty go back in the gutter again.
So we try our best as we go along there, because I say last night we begin from 6:45. We work till about 9:50 net for try for make sure say we get everything go bomb.
So what's the final target? The day owner don't set for Leona doing this program.
The intensive clean they go until around July 21, right? That not the initial date we don't get, but this not something where na magic, and not just they happen so. Right. That's something where we get for continue a gradual process. We need for the engage the community them. I did one community at the now what 352 the Waka Kandong see one lady the eat mango pillar now drop the I tell them say let me take them at the Waka Vienna because I go now the other escape. 15 minutes later, I don't demand with the seed. Now I drop them back. Now I tell and say no, pick up. So now gradual process, and this not a one man getter. Free turn we all getter. Free turn we all there. And if you see, we all take the responsibility for say, you know what in this place we need for keep and clean. We need for get pride inside our city. That now will bring the change.
Thank you. Well, in our PJ call, now Operation Clean Freetown, the coordinator, the man with the oversee, the make sure say everything go on as to plan, and you know we see to become change like what we used to know. Honorable Bamichili, you don't hear with him PJ call say what thing now you don't take for on all this. This is your cleaning. This is your own responsibility as citizens of this country.
Yeah,
because we got to look at the consequences as well.
Well, the consequences that they look so now.
Yes, sir.
Instead of the art to take. Simple, straightforward. So what you want to do? Melon Street, in the middle of the road, they take that kind of thing. That Melon Street is a straight street go up to side Bush and Town be there. It's a straight. They maintain their own. If you look at the environment, maintain now. Take one side controller area. They come back or not take eastern dirty. Then you come back western. They go lonely. Then you will begin see how best you will able to address the issue, but whose kind of equipment should you go inside? Because the 10 years, as I say for, as you said, they stay for clean them. Them all vulnerable that spring mat and you go if all that streets for you for work there. That guy's gonna be taken. So we begin look at now. You do watch the area. You take one thing as a pilot project. Take one thing at Easter where the dirty too much. Where permanent thing that they leave dirty. You look up. You can't send to that Freetown. Then you can't at the west because the urban areas, the main town there side then dirty. That side for that 2000 now for beginning. Tell me that all man so they can pick up the rest back. But if you see the first that in the pilot project for 62 days, you'll be working 24 hours in 62 days. Don't declare, you don't do nothing, so you know able to assess that. But now, don't look at the statistics and see how we approach for dirty at the area first. When we attack one side, then you go find the sense for make Ayanda. Where we're going to you come back now, Lumley is another area because you can Lumley got it all side intertwined. So we will look how you were able to save that dirty, take on the back and wasted. So when we look at that, the ball begin make sure say, those side is easy for collect first. Make them begin pay that 2,000 for every dirty bag.
Alright, so one final word, PJ. Honorable Bamichili just don't touch on the issue of paying for you and dirty. So which stand at the look at where this largesse, this FOC free of charge owner they do now, who's staying and who's the payment will begin? So
for the wards them where we done the FOC don't end. The free of charge done. Basically the way how we do like 352 that Melon Street so where they we go take up until that side Asabi and Nayada Mr. Day. Right? Okay. Take go up that side day. Basically the way how the thing the thing they go as we don't clean the ward, the sustainable pathway they kick in sustainable collection. From that 10 day you they begin to pay the 2,000. They begin access them back. When they begin access them back. And we don't see say the different places them. The rural area, like them Hastings, the kind way where they deal with it different from how we deal with Calvato. So we learn as we go along, but also we make sure say we get robust things are in place to make sure say we deal with it.
All right, thank you very much. In our PJ Cole, in the national coordinator for clean. Operation Clean Freetown, we're going to talk to him about what's going on, how to manage the dirty, so we're not going to seek again. But I just welcome and I say this at the MPP hour a day on both radio and television, and I'm always on Wednesdays from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock. Again, the alleged and the important agbabatem within the Ministry of Energy, because without electricity, Muna said so development and electricity, they go hand in glove. And so now it make the minister not just come in one, it take this idea of say it will come talk to the public, the issue of public education, of public enlightenment and sensitization. Anyhow you choose for column, the minister recognize it, that is the beginning of knowledge and understanding. And so it come with the two deputy director generals them. Now one is an engineer John Kabia in for EGTC, what they call Electricity Generation and Transmission Company, and of course you get Dr. Henry Sakoy in the DG now the EDSA, when Electricity Distribution and Supply Authority, and they're all three there as well for shed light on a few things them we get with see like what would they call issue of national concern. And that's why I welcome the minister in delegation again once more.
Thank you very much.
The minister with a lot of concern don't meet we and the Minister of Political and Public Affairs see where lights come, the dull, then the blackout don't look like it don't frequent now past how we be in there. So man say even when lights come, the hot and come, the go and come, they spoil their appliances them. So man say even where power because of the rain and the breeze, wait for them for come even for kind to connect again or for come straighten and they say pass the pay additional charges. So we just say we want to know what seem to be the problem if there's any idea. Let's share with the citizens of Salone.
Okay, thank you very much, TJ, and I say thank you also to the rest of this session for when I invite we can hire today. And make I just straight away commend you now for the good work we they do. Yes, and make I also say these are the kind of platform them where all people living are media practitioners and for the use.
That's right.
And I get the reason make I talk this is because you know, and such an issue where all man get interest. And given the size of the ministry, I should say yourself agree with me. Say, it's not possible. Allow me each and every single media person for explain the same thing over and over to them again.
No.
So what we need for the do now for the use the common platform them were available to me such as this one. I recall that on so many occasions we don't engage the general public in social media groups and other programs like this, but agonizingly still, some people can still they ask the same question them over and over again, even though they're supposed to not get access to that information there.
No.
And you know, I can particularly painful to me where I can see people that have this noble profession of journalism, where get that power there for disseminate information and influence public opinion when they state inaccuracies without even giving truth a chance by talking to me. So make I tell you thank you very much for this opportunity.
Right.
You know, TJ, as you said, don't talk not so you want to don't talk big alleged international organization like World Bank said don't talk let me do one study 2008 they call them the African Infrastructure Diagnostic Study
right.
do and then talk say they don't say lack of electricity now the single binding constraint against development in Africa. That is to say without electricity Africa no go develop. And also one great part of this problem is all over Africa, sub-Saharan Africa, you know. And now I make them say with electricity, all things get for go together. The transmission, the generation, distribution, and the reforms, all things get for go together. Well, now with this in mind, I make President Kuruma in wisdom make them put together the National Electricity Act 2011 when I split the NPA into the EGTC and the EDSA.
Right.
These are for better serve the public. But I want to make listeners know this because very frequently we can get people who they say, also they don't privatize EDSA, how come the business no change? EDSA has not been privatized. I need to make this point go home strongly. EDSA has not been privatized. They're still very much under government as it were, but they've been unbundled. And this is a step forwards in the same direction where a lot of countries than they take now. Now, AGCC now they're the custodian of government plans them. And I have to say, I will applaud them because for the first time ever, all of government machinery them within this country under AGCC, they all the work. Especially the one at Freetown.
Right.
They all the work. All the plants that Kington they work, all the plants in Black Hole Road they work. And I also want to applaud EDSA equally. Because the network what they deal with or meet, that network there is about 40 or 50 years old.
Right.
You know, recently we had a delegation from Turkey, and Turkey, I mean, they're arguably, they're no longer an underdeveloped country, they are a fast developing country.
Well, because they fight for even access to the EU, they want to be a European country.
Exactly. And so then we sent a technical team that is following Mr. President in visits to that country day, when we said been lucky enough to be part of the delegation. And when they kind of just assess the network, the primary substation alone, when they can say, "Una are marvelous people. How una they manage for handle this network in such a state?" And you know, this points to the fact that electricity Natiwe is very expensive for provide, and at the same time, Natiwe need constant care and attention. TJ, I tell you, and not so because I work for this government, but I tell you, say this is not the only government we don't make so much, pay so much attention and make so much investment in electricity in this country ever. Anybody will argue with me? I can't tell you question.
Yeah, because at the time of the look.
So I'm getting there. So the reason why maybe we don't achieve that uninterrupted power supply status, where people they talk about, is because previous government they don't make that targeted continuous investment in electricity where they like today we not for them for big thing of the past. But under this leadership, from 2007 we had 47 million kilowatt hours that will provide in this country.
Right.
2015 we provide 259 million kilowatt hours, and last year we provide 302 million kilowatt hours. And this was the Tiwana propaganda with the meter.
No, with
the meter.
Yes.
So back now to why would they get them
blackout there?
Okay, first of all, we all know the perennial issue of the dry season. Because we main power source come from Bumuna, where they will 50 megawatts where the dam full, and when the rains don't stop, if they go down, we go down as low as 6 megawatts. Alright? But in the interim, we therefore make sure so we fill in the gaps with the thermal plants, and that's what we've been doing. But because light Natiwe now supply they create demand. The more light there, the more people that they use them.
Yeah.
So if I say the more they provide, more demand they come, more customer they come, and we will still provide more. This takes a lot of heavy financing.
Okay.
So what is happening is that in spite of the fact that AGCC gets all the machine they work, the gap still there. So government went to a great expense for hire another emergency power plant supplier, Agreco, for an additional 20 megawatts, but still gap today. But because we need for make sure say Bumbuna is survive for as long as possible, since we administration coming to office, we make sure say every year we do the required annual maintenance of Bumbuna for make sure say it no go on board. So usually this maintenance is done in May, when the water level don't go down for making the way for doing poproperly.
Okay.
And that is what happened. This May we inform the general public by very media, say Bumbuna will go down for 10 days. And during that 10 days, power disruption go there. But we will try for make sure say we fill in the gap and we have equitable distribution.
So like rationing
that don't happen at this point in time.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Ambassador Henry Omakoli, the Minister of Energy, and I can say he get into Deputy Director Generals. Then we one for the EGTC, and the other one the generation and transmission. They bring the electricity come, and then they distributor EDSA when EDSA. Honorable Bamichidi, you already constrained, particularly the issue of all infrastructure. Because I remember say the kind of cable and when they see it's like from the time when we born and meet the cable a day.
That is still this.
That is still there. So how you see this waiting Ambassador Henry Macaulay don't talk. It makes sense to you, and what you could tell people that?
Well, me on side, it makes sense. At least it was quite. I think I listened on 98.1 about just about a month ago, when the terrorists say Bimbuna will be shut down for maintenance. But I don't know if they don't do the maintenance or not. But now looking back, you see, as you say, energy is a very impressive thing. But what's our problem? We procrastinate a lot. You have some brilliant ideas, but I tell you, materialize. Even though overtake
because it take time for
what is talking now, maybe it's history to me, in the sense that you don't have to 10 days ago. Then all of a sudden we begin hearing they say they bring a ship.
Well, they can't do the
ship.
No.
They bring a ship. You know, so this is a gullible public. And because
they let them see this.
Because this is gullible, we don't know fathom that intent. But don't look and say, we try when you look and say now, when they shape this thing now, the public now is looking at it as if from the transmission side that they have been short-changed. Short-changed in the sense that there be now the same government back can't tell me they put GST or something.
Yeah, okay.
When they put them back, the minister can say no put them back. Then all of a sudden, surreptitiously they bring them back again. Who is saying the truth to us?
Right.
And no, I'm taking the political.
We get.
I'm looking at it politically. I'm looking at it from the
from both ETSA and EPTC.
Are you giving me time?
Yeah, I'm giving you a little time because one will come.
You have to make what you promise, you deliver.
Right.
And because of that thing, we are in a crucial state in Sierra Leone.
Yes.
Whether you like it or not, government will watch and critically. If the opposition take up, it becomes negative to the government side.
Well, thank you very much. Of course, Honorable Bamichidi, a friend of the media, and we return to Engineer John Kabia and Dr. Henry Sakoy, so maybe we get their reaction. But gentlemen, ladies, and my brothers and my sisters, this is the MPP Hour and SLBC Television, and the watch. So now, if you listen to radio now, FM 100, the Power FM, and of course, they get plenty of programs. And I use this opportunity now for welcome to the studios, Mr. Fudi Camara, and the Director General from the National Civil Registration Authority. You're welcome, sir, to the program. But you can join me if you get questions, since we get such big people to every day, we're able to see them, people have to talk to them, so seize the opportunity. They say there is no second chance to make a first impression. So please, send we text them to 030-014-971 if not AfroCell. But if not Airtel, you get 076-955-191. Seek clarification. Not say they say. Ask important, intelligent questions. Be part of the discussion. Have your own say. So now that's make with the turn over now for listen to the two gentlemen who accompany the minister. Like putting Honorable Bamichidi don't raise back in a very important point. So then they would they raise the expectation so high and they will not follow through. So Engineer Joe Kabia, sir, you doing at the side where they bring the electricity come. With the generator, with the pull them from that bumbuna now, from the thermal plant them. So what's your take on this?
Thank you, Mr. Moderator.
Yes, sir.
As the minister don't talk, let we look at history. 2007, the total operational capacity at this country was 9 megawatts. And only two cities, Bo and Freetown. Today, 2017, as I did talk, we don't increase that operational capacity to slightly over 100 megawatts, which is a big step the government don't take.
Yes, sir.
Now, when they work at the generation part, they know they recognize we much because we the BN. And like a restaurant, you get the kitchen, then you get the servers there.
Okay.
We then at the kitchen, now we the cook. Then we brothers them within at the center for serve the customers there. So then they interface more with the customers there. But we within at the kitchen, the minister they recognize because they monitor what we do.
Okay.
And they monitor every day with they give information about the operational situation or status of all the power plants there.
So I understand all that. So we people have understand and the background and the. So now how you see all this, like the minister just don't talk, the interruption, we see the outages, the low wattage. probably because of the old infrastructure where they inherit. And then Honorable Michidi said, instead of bring another aspect, say probably the people don't expect too much, the boat will come out, how would they manage all this information so that would they eliminate this then say?
Thank you very much. First and foremost, I want to let people that know say the minister don't talk. By that I mean we machines are all day in operational order.
Right.
Secondly, we don't enter into the rainy season. And there is a lot of storm. People go agree to wait at the talk. At the beginning of the rains, we experience a lot of storm. So we get for look at safety. We get for look at we network. We network is aged. I know you talk on behalf of EDSA, the right person will talk, but we network is aged. When they generate all the power. At times when storms they come in the evening, and the storms are so heavy, they get for actually for shut down the machine. Because then for safety reason and get for put off many areas then. And again, with distribution network, some is subject to trees and all over. Branches they fall. The wind itself can make the wires at the church. All this, secure for the system.
Right.
So whenever there is storm, they see say light they go on and off, or they dim, or they bright extremely. This they show say that the weather they change on the status and they. But for we where they generate, indeed we they give the power required.
Did it?
But
so that they already can't serve and just like chop. They already can't serve. When they put out, then fine dish them. Now so they let listen to Dr. Sakoy. Thank you very much, Engineer John Kabia. Dr. Sakoy. So now when they bring this chop, now we drop. So when the chop, you don't tell it, they missing our plates now. So sir, how you see this?
Yes, just like we honorable minister don't talk. The reason why we can get an interruption, we border don't begin to talk on them. When the storm heavy, you find out see even the cable and sometimes in the wrap.
Right.
And when they wrap, it cause dim lights in that particular area. Okay, then sometimes if you wrap also they can therefore put that area there off for safety reason.
Okay.
Then other two things then why I want to clarify. Honorable just say now also. He say minister been talk one time say them put GST, then one time he said they don't pull up. No, not also they happen. GST that is separate entity, separate person in manner.
Then from the National Revenue Authority, when I NRA.
And then we not get control over them. When they say we add them and the charges per we electricity tariff, we have to do it.
I mean 10% or
no, not to 10%.
Okay.
Okay, now the same now 15%.
15%.
But they by levels.
Okay, well.
We were then at the social tariff when we get from zero. Let's get this.
The social tariff.
Then zero. Yeah.
For
0
to 50.
Yes. Then now quality one. Then
yes,
0 to 50 units. We can spread the band.
Yes.
Initially we started with 0 to 30. I think Adani minister bit up. We spread them. We go up to 50.
To 50. And 50.
And Adani we maintain them. When you from that point the 0 to 50, you pay 560 millions for EDSA. 644 that is 15% or high. When are the now that you pay.
Right.
Above 50 now, we go to another band.
Okay.
Another threshold. Where would
and above 50 the one where they operate machine.
Exactly. And the other thing I want to clarify is that for say when let's say pole for them or cable. Then you go give money. If you ask that question,
yes,
say pass then give money.
Yes.
Before, no.
Oh, well.
The reason why you are paying your service charge, not for all their service.
And that service charge,
you know the
day inside.
Yes, that same. This we tariff.
When you go recharge.
Exactly. So you know for paying nothing. We they go there, we fix the cables them, the pole them, we bring them up to back out them in the. You know they pay nothing.
Well, Dr. Sakoy, I know. Before I left, you go to Honorable Babichili, because we come to Mr. Fodi Kamara very soon because the registration it's like after the voter registration, the people are not just one person again. Not to vote no more than they vote in this country. We also need statistics. We need this data. So they can't Mr. Kamara will talk about this. But Doctor, people in the claim say because it's an allegation. We don't know. I know you go clear and I mean just. They don't take boku money in their hand for sake of meter. We not they give them, but now they continue to take the money on a daily basis, and now they give them meter they are.
The meter then.
This not to ETSA in responsibility.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
No, not they not say we not dey give them the meter.
Well, well, it's not for clarify. And they say
they pay
now who
money now that of course the meter costs 9 and they pay 705,500.
Right.
For single phase meter. For 3 phase meter you will pay 1,055,000. Okay.
Okay, sir.
550. That day we don't take the money.
Right.
Meters that they come. When the meters they come, we go fix the meter. They are not the people that host.
Because we only
you pay for the
meter.
Yeah, we not get any meter because meter are not available right now.
Right.
But as I say, meters are not until they manufacture as alone.
Okay.
Otherwise, it will have been just go to the shop you buy a car.
Okay.
But we not they are thing they hold the order, so it can take some time for me to reach now. And the standards then, the standard working one and the meters then, we they give them all that specification then, and so it can take some time for manufacture them and send them come. So now that small delay they can they will make people then go pay. Then later on, because by right, where you pay within 2 weeks,
supposed to go
you forget it. But if you see delay day, now because the meters are not there now right now. But as I'm talking right now, the meters then they try for air freight them for me then come so that by next week people then will begin.
So these are very good news.
Yes, because really they try. We self na embarrassment to we.
Okay.
Take money in a person and you not give the service we need.
Right.
It's an embarrassment. So that is the reason why for maintain with reputation. And for maintain the image of the institution, ETSA,
right.
We they go all out for getting meters there also. And that's scramble they with it now, it will be a thing of the past. Right,
well, right, listen to and watch Dr. Sakwa in the Director General, Deputy Director General, pardon, for the ETSA, Nana, electricity distribution and supply. Before we come back to Honorable Henry Macaulay, because we really want make it clarify, lay to rest this issue of that boat we come out Turkey. Because Mr. Sevna, when they tell me then as well the boats they can do. In fact, Italics are not going to pay. I say I know you pay bill again because they can't get light for free. Say they say for 3 years not they pay nothing. But so, Honorable. The two gentlemen them when they prepare the electricity, whether they serve we and they already can't serve with the electricity. Which thing are you take?
Me take on that. One thing, first love congratulate. You see, when possible do we congratulate them. We show them who said the weakness now.
Right.
Then they generate them. I think that they break lines now.
Yeah, I see. Yes.
They try to improve that transmission.
And it's ongoing. It's ongoing.
Messages, but the same way they tell you, Saruman. When we balance say government they charge me, the minister, the government, try for a little affair, lowest. But every time go pay that money, they reflect that they charge you. But now you don't answer say it has not been relief for GST. Because what thing they happen now? Now the over-taxation, now they affect the ordinary citizen.
But it's not I'm not going to blame Ministry of Energy no more. Because taxation they come from fuel increase, from so many angles.
Then you are misdirecting my own conversation now. In the sense that I said, over-taxation board policy, like I said, procrastination is the thief of time. Now they have all these plans, don't you so?
Right.
But at this moment time, the minister after a long time become inform you.
Okay.
Information is power. When you tell me when you go begin assume.
I agree.
And if you know they assume, you know ask question. That was the reason why I mentioned that tax when they say they don't increase
the tax.
Now the only has already said that will still continue
the GST,
yes. And then we'll still continue for put pressure and government say that up to 50 enough for pay. We will not pay for be zero.
All right.
You see, that is my own concern now.
Okay.
If I be zero, but never be zero, why I go pay me 50,000? They cut all that one inside.
Yes,
GST. So they cut and they, why? Who is fooling who?
Okay.
And this the point is from I said from a political lens, they are doing a good job. We congratulate them for that. But at least the lights have not improved from where we begin to now. We don't congratulate them for the effort and the time that they make.
Right.
But the same to not change you. Now when they come to time over taxation, they make the people rebel.
Okay. Well, that's a very good point. Well, now, when I listen to Honorable Bamichidi in the commentator for today's program, we look at the electricity supply and distribution in a salon, and we'll also get the Director General of the National Civil Registration, when Mr. Africa might join we. So when they look at the issue, this is a national concern them, where the salon people and say we need for talk about the Honorable Johnson say make we dey bring to the notice of the people before thing be now for one, and they say warning before wounded. Even the issue of the toll, there is so much grumbling and so much misinformation. Again, the dissemination of information on the common time probably any cause then they see there. So now that's make, before I return to the Ministry of Energy team where they with me, we go to the National Civil Registration and welcome Mr. Fudi Kamara. Sir, what in the situation right now as we talk concerning the civil registration?
Well, actually, the civil registration they go on well. Because me go say it go well. Because with all the challenges we get, inside 2 weeks we don't able to register more than 1 million. And civil registration, as I tell you now will be start. It's just that will be divided into phases. The first phase, that the voting population, so we give them say, na voter registration. The second phase, we target the people who want to be qualified for registering in the first phase.
That from 1 year
that is 17 years below.
And below.
Foreigners, displaced, refugees, everybody reside as a And we they take them further, we they go, people only can meet you in our centers then. We they go meet them, who we brother and sister there, working at the correctional services there, prisons. And we don't begin that. People will be qualified for registering in the first phase.
Yes, sir.
When they be registered by the register with me.
Okay.
So we they do they go around and we engage the 3,300 centers. The only difference with we, you go observe, you did go to a particular center because what we do, we sell the centers and the kits them for mobile na the world. For instance,
they move from one place to the
if
other.
you did at this world here, so a school lady, go na the school lady at the world, you go register. If you did at this world here, so now you register, but a correctional service when at the prison, you can go there.
Okay.
So that people will come, so they can come at this place where they know say they register. They don't meet the people every day. Then they go look, for instance, on Sunday. We'll be engage the foreigners. We'll be in a YSC. We'll raise about 430 something.
And a weekly so
we'll be the Indian temple. We'll be the church. So that's what we do. But so far so good in 2 weeks.
But Mr. Kamara, I hold a different view, so you're not so far so good. They say the same enthusiasm where the politicians have been show, whether because it come a matter of voting, whether they go give money, give water, give rest, everything. They say that now when because of them picking or them and they will not get for vote, they say they don't show that interest at all. You know they affect the registration. So
no, you are right, 100%. Me they talk on your own part. We they see, I would say, my success on your own part, how far they go.
Okay.
But to be honest, I disappoint and America I'm open to some of the politicians. I say, mind you, now the future voters they now be registered.
Well.
Why expect to for equally mobilize? You get me? Because you are talking about somebody below 17 years. That person 5 years it will be a voter.
Definitely.
And mind you, now the last registration will in the country so. And civil registration is different from any registration because we are talking about preparing a national register. And this register will be used for security coordination.
For putting them.
You use it for plan for the country.
Yes, sir.
You use it for many things and government soul. Now development.
Even this electricity supply.
No. Even you get
the statistics they come up.
You even for vital statistics.
That's right.
You do for preparation of budget. Even this electricity they talk so. When you know the population of this country, you don't know for distributing electricity.
Yes,
you will know the population of a particular area. It will tell you what's transformer for put there. All this we need that. And civil registration, I'll tell you, is not the mama of all registration at this country, in the world. Now, not the one, not even United Nations. You look at the SDG. It will tell you, say 16.9 pillar, tell you, say each and every country should endeavor to provide an identification document for a citizen.
Right. So, Mr. Kamara, before I let you go, when they talk about the attitude of Sierra Leoneans, you know, it's not just the electricity sector. A lot of sectors, even that guy, PJ, we talk about the dirty, we talk about the attitude of Salona. But they say the one who did that part of the process, they self they make it difficult because when they say and register them became at school, how do they collect money? I don't know if any truth there in that.
Well, you see about the
Wait make I can talk about salon. I've been lucky for working anti-corruption. We started anti-corruption. But once you want to learn about something, and people like in the far, they make allegation, we call it, can report, can show reports in it, you get me? I remember, if you look with posters and everything, we they emphasize and say registration is free. And corruption, I want to make you know two sides. You the give, and you the other take, and you the gear will not to come. First of all, we don't announce say registration is free because we need what they give the now it's something like a receipt you for bring for can collect your ID card to go. Why you for pay for register? And again, the Anti-Corruption Commission don't talk about pay no bribe. Even the anti-corruption, we expect them by the end they may do sting operation. All right. Because me at the time we start them, now free civil registration is free. It's free to register, and we not to one off time. Now permanent continuous. Okay. Anyone will involve many others. All right. Okay, but before we let you go, one final thing there, before somebody send text you, they say them on the way they register. They say they when I ask them for give 2 passport size picture, and they don't know what thing that get for do with the payment. They say they don't know say, but they know the 2 passport size photographs, and they don't know how that contribute for them payment. They say, but because they don't wait for a couple of weeks now, they don't see any payment. Is it not because of the picture they don't pay them? I'm not aware of the picture. Well, but it's a good thing. First of all, I don't say the government don't try. I can always talk. Civil registration is 100% sponsored by government. Okay. And you know, government, the financial situation, the one report, now beaucoup de good side, the one report, if you take it. All right. To be honest, and try. When the electricity sector don't tell you say they're not privatizing it, so that means the government and get what happen. The same government and the they pay the workers, they will be registered during next period. Okay. And we'll tell. So after next, don't be more than 17 days. So what I do, I go right and I talk to them. I saw that they can't start because the girl must say they don't go start, they don't go work with you if the government don't pay them. Now I say, what am I go do? I'm not going to show enough me for car immediately. I said, but I will go talk to government, let it pay the backlog, one neck owner. After they talk to them, they pay them the 17 days right now. So if they pay them, men and patients do a big. Thank you very much. Government will pay salary, they can do many things with money. Thank you very much. But government, I can tell them, we owe you. They must pay. That's they pay. Yes. But in Nigeria, they say, "Hunger will get up, not the kill." Yes. So, with that, I will take you in, and Mr. For the come out, we can't turn your attention back to the gentleman that will come on, the Minister of Energy. But before we do that, the one final take on this issue of civil registration, Honorable Bamichidi, please just respond. Yeah,
that's a very, very good and important thing.
Yes, sir.
But the way they communicated this thing, because they allow NEC for take the lead, and they came up with this very misleading statement that we have to have the ECOWAS brown card, which was slightly different from what we had. We had that plastic card we had, like the
laminated, like laminated, yeah.
Yeah, we don't get them. Then it's been beside biometric, we use them for 5 years. Then they come back and tell you, say, then all of a sudden, they can't tell you, say they can't give you laminated. That modern body, they dampen the spirit of Sierra Leone. And then the other thing was something where government say you want to get efficiency, you pay them up front. That this kind of delay makes someone who can't tell say, begin right slow or they can't get something. That's what they answer. But the point is, when government opens, pay them because that contract you sign the man and you want efficiency, you have to pay them. You know, God begin keep man 7 days, you left on a place for the go right property, even an important document for the state, you begin fair launch for it. It's not proper and it's not right. I know those studies cut here. You see, when you start compromising situation, you don't have good results. You either do it effectively or you don't do it at all. And now, right now, the card now, it don't cause some kind of shadow. Psychologically, we are not even prepared, even for the general election, because people are grumbling about that plastic laminated thing that we've moved away from laminated. If you say you're thinking big, how can you go back down and do something?
Will they definitely come back to this issue of voter ID card? Yes, sir. One final statement. Let's return to energy. Yes, sir.
Government is still committed for provide the ECOWAS ID card. Me or so I believe the delegation will go now ECOWAS. We will be the second country after Senegal.
Right.
But the ECOWAS card involves a lot of finance. And infrastructure a different, like this ID will get printers, the ECOWAS ID card, maybe they are going to ECOWAS headquarters, ask them, why una prescribe this expensive card? We call it polycarbonate. It takes 15 years of work and a laser engraving. Mostly a corporate the user. The example is cited in the ECOWAS headquarters. They say we know traders how they roughly carrier. They know we can only take 5 years. But that in there, one, the infrastructure, it may take less than 3 months for set. Because when we do international competitive building, no government will be able to make it.
Okay.
Secondly, the money involved, when we go to Senegal for provide for 4 million people, it need government need $34 million. Because that kind of end product now between $7 to $1. So what the government say? Make an office say government want delay the election. Make they provide a voter ID card
as a temporary measure.
Why we go still provide the ECOWAS card for everybody at the country?
As a permanent one.
Yes.
No, we have to. We're not even arguing about that. The problem is that is what when any utterance you make na policy statement,
right?
And if you make that utterance to be willing deviate from it, then we have a problem.
Okay, well, thank you very much, gentlemen. Now just listen to the last speaker, now Honorable Bamichidi, and before that, now Mr. Fodi Kamara in at the DG National Civil Registration. We will return to Ambassador Henry Macaulay. Before we come to the issue of the ship, when I will be your final take for today. You get people who are interested in electricity. They say now you the one target. They say, Mr. Minister Duya, can you please tell us when the 10 days? I don't know how to. They say when it go done together, one begin to enjoy the nice electricity supply we've been on the gide. They say number 2. They say in the Senate to the ETSA gentleman, the team will come on NPA. They say waiting the happen with the supply of electricity in Arukel. That now when you pass Hastings. Go inside and then finally, Mr. Minister, say we thank you very much for your good work and please keep it up. So I just want to take up from there. Any other thing we want to tell you and your team when I just go so manage the remaining time so very well, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, TJ. May I tell Honorable Bamichidi, thank you for the commendation. Indeed, I feel say one of the main people that will deserve the commendation. Now, His Excellency himself for the push me constantly. But I mean, again, I would just want to draw attention to the fact that this tariff, we understandably, it caused a lot of concerns from public. But you know, some of them they are now push yourself, we will back the push against the wall. Because IMF, we don't insist for long say for apply GST per the electricity tariff. We don't resist the day where the IMF man land, I'm in office for SICAP. So Mr. Minister, make to understand you've still not done this. Fortunately, we just don't know the previous year. Otherwise, don't forget back on the program. And I think Ibrahim saw himself from NRA on several media programs for explain the issue. And on the issue of communication, well, I mean, only Bamichidi, I don't say you are a very good communicator over such a long time. I don't know you, but I think we did try because man, we even create over 6 social media groups for electricity. Even with the attire based system, we get social media group for them on electricity, and we know they sleep. All man know me for down there, 24 hours they and they respond. But make I come back to you wrap it up comments. You know, indeed, electricity is a partnership. Government go do your the public sector for do. And some people may say, but Mr. Minister, when I know say when I do load shedding, why will I don't tell me? But there was a time when we begin publish load shedding program. But some bad people they take advantage of they don't say light no go day. They go thief the equipment. They go thief the cable there.
They thief the fuel, the diesel, yeah.
So we say, you know, in the interest of the general public, also all money go satisfy at the same time. So you get for look you do the greater good. So say in the interest of the general public, let not publish the load shedding. But again, we get some few complaints then. And we try to address them, even with in terms of illegal abstraction of electricity. They are a big one. Where some of the loudest voices in this country, now then they are the biggest thieves. Make I put it that way. But they work very closely with anti-corruption for solve that one day. But the question with the
so how we stand the 10 days good collapse? And this issue now Rukel.
Yes. On the issue of the 10 days, in fact, what we delayed the maintenance small bit, to be honest, by about a week or so, was because the emergency power machine not been done ready yet. If not been pushed by 1 week further or 10 days, then the power outage before even worse. So we had to make that adjustment. But the 10 days supposed to end sometime next week. But I want for sure and say it will end before then.
Okay.
We'd expect to hopefully even by this weekend we will begin go back on the line. So on the local issue, I will ask Dr. Sarkozy.
No, but before I let you go, Minister, because this will be final statement, you will tell me just a little bit about the ship where they bring the free electricity can give.
Well, you know, as only Babishini been said, the public sometimes can be very gullible and vulnerable, and this is why all the journalists say food. Now, I get the power for disseminate information. Una try get accurate information, except of course, in the event say you have to be mischievous and I do deliberately because you got another agenda.
Yes, sir.
But now for do genuine public service and give information to public, can't talk to we. We are ministry, we does always open. It's not even locked.
Okay, sir.
Stroll in and get information. On the issue of the ship.
The ship.
The ship now a vessel way they call them power boats.
Okay.
Alright?
Yes, sir.
They can do them, they install generators on board, even substation and transformers. Switchyard all day on board. This ship was a demonstration vessel. It came from Ghana, and before it reached Ghana, it become other African country, and when it come there, it go other country them. You just can't pass. All who that know say yes, we get interest in electricity. Let we go on board and see how it operate. Obviously, they are hoping to someday in the future for do business with we, that is a company.
Right.
But before we will go to that level, we will get to go through a international competitive process as has been defined by government procurement policies.
Dr. Sakwe, put the mind of people that are Narukel at rest.
I believe they go to all sides Narukel. But however, when immediately I come here, I go find out the areas in Narukel we really not the light, because it will be say faults did it at that area day. As I go, when they just call and get we line 672, then we go able for find out.
All right. I'm honorable, but the time not the.
No, but it's a good thing you mentioned there now that the people have about now only 3 days in the world. Now 1 day Lebanon, 2 days Turkey when they have to do. But the point is, it show you say. Because the technology don't begin improve, if you get the power boat you negotiate, they can supply you for temporary use till you make your machine. But at least we know look and say at least they don't clarify say a demonstration boat. Because you know go tell us you want contract, you can't bring the man about bring boat when you sign agreement. It's a demonstration boat, then you go around to the public say government they do what you get now and improve and they use internal supply. That boat is a demonstration.
Right. Well, thank you very much. Mr. Afodikama, the one final word now from you.
Well, even the politicians and the Congress, how they do lock down for the voter registration outline, may they do it for we. Let us see if people they register. Because the effort they make, we go to the schools there. And I know, say civil registration, if we get it right now, it save a lot of cost.
Right.
With civil registration, you don't need census, you don't need voter registration, because civil registration, they register 2 important events there. One are birth and death. When you get birth and death correct and you get your migration correct, you don't know the population of the country at any time.
Right.
So now that will be big. Let people support we. Let's see if we succeed.
All right, thank you very much. And this is how we bring the curtain down on this today's edition of the MPP Hour. Remember, say every Wednesday from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock on radio, you do on television, on FM 100 at the radio, SLBC television, of course, with all the nice programs. We also then win at the Ministry of Political and Public Affairs. If you get concerns, you want me the ministry know about something that bother you where the government supposed to pay attention, please go to the 9th floor now, UU building, and we'll look to it, because we'll get a whole complaint desk, and we want to partner with agencies like the National Electric Power Supply Authorities, because this is how for make life better for all man. So until next week again, on what we see, me and TJ called the Megadon, and me producer, my co-producer, and Mr. Bankole, Vincent, and of course I thank the entire MPP team now you building, and say until we see again, tata, bye bye, and enjoy your first month. Remember, I say this at the time for forgive, no go nafila, you will change, the next thing you begin to bad. God will watch you. Thank you very much. Till we see again next week Wednesday.
Is the Presidential Diary, a weekly radio and television program that brings the presidency much closer to the people.
It's the Presidential Diary. This is the diary that's brings to new issues.
That the President, Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma, is involved in. It is not just
For the local audience of radio and television, it is also for Sierra Leoneans and the international community in the diaspora.